Liverpool are genuinely ridiculous now. Like, this is nuts. It's 30-odd degrees right here in Orlando. And that Liverpool performance, I watched about 75 minutes of that game. They are absolutely ridiculous, aren't they? Like, they are something else. Mohammed Salah. Like, I don't know what else you can say about this guy. I really don't. 22 goal contributions. Liverpool were 2-1 down in around the 55th, 60th minute. And they just show every single thing that a title-winning side needs to show. Grit, determination, mentality, no-say-die attitude, not ever giving up. I don't care if it's Southampton. And yes, people are going to say you're in the mode because you predicted a 5-0 win. I don't care. Like, the football we've seen this weekend, Tottenham turning up to the Etihad and destroying them. Arsenal showing they're still in this title race, beating Nottingham Forest. With all that pressure on you, knowing that you're going out there, knowing that the two teams that are the other two sides in the title race have gone out there and won and lost. You're the last team of the three to play, and you've absolutely destroyed. You have destroyed Southampton in parts of that game. I know the scoreline doesn't say that, but Mohammed Salah, right? When we look at the Liverpool lineup, this is a Liverpool lineup that didn't have Trent, which for me was a big loss. They had the back four, Kelleher obviously in goal, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson with a double pivot sitting in front. There was no McAllister. It was Curtis Jones and Gravenberch. Gravenberch, again, showing why he's the best midfielder in the Premier League this season. The guy is absolutely ridiculous. And then it was, on the left, it was Gakpo, Diaz on the bench. Of course, he played 90 minutes, I think, twice during this international break with Colombia. And then, of course, Salah and Darwin Núñez. And it was a bit of a shaky game. Apologies if the camera is shaking. I am recording this in the car. I'll try and put it somewhere where it's a little bit easier. Yeah, there's better. Of course, they went 1-0 down. They went 1-0 up, around, the 20th, 30th minute. Szoboszlai, a good goal to be fair. And I never really thought Liverpool were at their best today in terms of the clinical chances or... they looked a little bit fragile at times. And, of course, they gave away the penalty. Kelleher makes a good save. And they, unfortunately ended up getting scoring in the end. If you're a Liverpool fan, you must have been kicking yourself. And then, fair play to Southampton because they showed grit. They showed determination to get back into it. And then, we go in at half-time into this game. And I'm thinking, right, what are we going to see from Liverpool now? Are we going to see a side that has what it takes to win this league title? Are we going to see them come out second half strong? And that's exactly what they did. But to be fair, Southampton go 2-1 up, and it's a really, really good team goal. It's a really good team. I think you've got to give huge credit for Southampton for this game. Was it Fernandes, their forward? Just inside the box. It's a left-footed finish. Down to Kelleher's right. Doesn't really have a huge amount of chance. It was a great counter-attack from Southampton. That second half was a really, really entertaining half from a neutral perspective. And Southampton got their goal. And then I'm sitting thinking, right, what are Liverpool made of now? Do they have what it takes to win this league title? City have lost. Arsenal have won. You're 2-1 down at St Mary's. And then I don't know what other words you can use to describe Mohammed Salah other than world class. I really don't. He is the best player in the world right now. 22 goal contributions, 10 assists and 12 goals. It's, excuse my language, it is fucking insane. This guy at 32 years of age, 230 odd goals now for Liverpool, nearly 300 goal contributions. Chasing down Thierry Henry's record in the Premier League. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Give Southampton credit. They scored a couple of goals. Liverpool weren't at their best. The goal actually comes from Salah. I don't know what the Southampton goalkeeper's doing. He's off his line. It's a good touch from Salah and it just bobbles over the line. Then, of course, Southampton had a huge penalty claim where Kelleher crashed into Armstrong, but actually Armstrong was penalised because I think he pulled Konate's shirt in the penalty area to allow himself to get into that position. And then, you know, Liverpool then get a penalty. I don't know what the Japanese midfielder, I don't know what he was doing. His arm's in an unnatural position. It's absolutely horrendous play from him. And then, of course, Mohammed Salah. Sorry, I've got under the door. It's like 30 odd degrees in this truck. And then Mohammed Salah steps up, and it was never in doubt, was it? It wasn't never in doubt. As soon as Mohammed Salah is on the penalty, you just know it's going to be in the back of the net. You just kind of know. He is just running out of words to describe him. And Liverpool get the job done 3-2 away at St Mary's in, like I said, not the best of performances. But look, City lost yesterday. They're also in the title race. Liverpool are now 8 points clear. And the date is today, the 24th of November. And they are 8 points clear. Now, I don't think people understand. They've got Manchester City next Sunday at Anfield. They've got Real Madrid midweek at Anfield. Mark my words, Liverpool will win both of those games. Just running out of words to describe them. You really are. Like they just do all the hard things so easily. The mentality in this team to keep going until the very, very end. Gravenberch today, the amount of times he sweeps up. Second half, there was a time, I think it was a Rebo. Was it Rebo or was it Cole Peters was coming down the left? He just bombs down, barges him off the ball, takes it out and starts a counter-attack. Luis Diaz did pretty well coming off the bench. Of course, Salah did actually end up hitting the post as well in the second half. And had another chance where he was through on goal, cutting on his left-hand side. And then got the shot away. And unfortunately for Liverpool, it just went wide. But I'm just running out of words to describe this Liverpool side. They're world class. They're going to win the league. I put a video out just when I got to Orlando. It was around 10 p.m. UK time, saying that this Liverpool side will win the league. And if they beat Manchester City next Sunday, which, mark my words, they will do, I don't see anyone stopping them. Like everyone said about, you know, they haven't beat anyone. Everyone said about, you know, Liverpool have got a really hard run of games. Well, let me just read you the 8 wins on the bounce that they have had. A 3-2 win away against Southampton, right? If I can just bring out their fixtures quickly. Yeah, 3-2 win. Of course, they drew with Arsenal a few weeks ago. They've beaten Bologna, AC Milan, Manchester United, away from home as well. It's just obscene. They've beaten Chelsea at Anfield. If we go from the beginning of the season, they beat Ipswich, Brentford, Man United. The only defeat they've had in the Premier League was on the 14th of September. Since that game, 3-1 away at San Siro, 3-0 at home against Bournemouth, 5-1 against West Ham, beaten Wolves away, beaten Bologna at home in the Champions League, beat Crystal Palace away, beat Chelsea at home in the league, beat Leverkusen at home in the league, beat Villa at home, beat Brighton home and away, and in between all that, they beat Leipzig in the Champions League. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They won 16 of 18 games. I think they've won 7 straight. They've got next week Manchester City and Real Madrid midweek. They will win both of those games. Their December fixtures: Newcastle United away, they'll beat them. Everton away, they'll beat them. Girona, I reckon they'll draw because they'll field a kind of weaker opposition side because they probably would have already been qualified for the Champions League by then. Fulham at Anfield. And then, of course, they play Southampton again at St Mary's in the League Cup quarter-final. EFL Cup quarter. I don't see where or how anyone right now can stop them. They're showing grit, determination, mentality, willingness to win, willingness to succeed. Arne Slot, bearing in mind, has got no new signings. Mohammed Salah today, absolutely sublime. Konate and Van Dijk, I know they conceded a couple of goals, but the penalty, okay, the penalty is what it is, and they had a great counter-attack. But other than that, I don't really think Southampton really threat. Even when they were 3-2 up with about, 8-9 minutes on the clock, extra time, I never thought that Southampton were really going to threat Liverpool. And it just goes to show that if they bring in if Michael Edwards and Hughes get together and they get the hierarchy and the recruitment team to bring in a couple of players, if they bring in, I do think they need a left back, and I do think they probably need one more midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder. Their attack right now, they've got Jota, Darwin Núñez, Diaz, Salah, Gakpo, Federico Chiesa when he's fit. I don't think they need any more attackers. I just think they need probably another left back in case Robbo gets injured. I don't think that Tsimikas he's good attacking, but I don't think he's as good defensively. And then, of course, a box-to-box midfielder. And I just don't see why right now they can't go on and win the league. We're talking about a side that's won 16 of 18 games that are 8 points clear. They've won 10 of their opening 12 Premier League games. Like, that is just stupidly good. To give you some perspective, Liverpool have played 12, won 10, lost 1, drawn 1, and are on 31 points. Manchester City are in second on 23. And when they beat them next week, they're going to be on 34, and City will still be on 23. You know, it's running out of words to describe this side. I think they're going to win silverware. I think they're probably the favourites for the League Cup. They're probably the favourites for the Premier League right now. And they're top of the Champions League group. So look, you know, you have to give huge props. You have to give huge credit to this Liverpool side. They are doing all the right things. Even Jamie Carragher said on commentary that Liverpool weren't at their best today. They were fortunate, to not get the penalty given against them when Kelleher took down Armstrong. But sometimes you need to create your own luck, ride your own luck, as they say, and just keep going. But I honestly believe that Liverpool are going to win the title. I really think they will. Bring in a couple of... If they can still be 6 to 8 points, 6 or 7 points ahead of whoever's in second or third in January, and they bring in a left-back, a midfielder, and maybe even someone else, I think they'll do it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. I am out.